we're going to bring in some balance. We're going to bring in some harmony for ourselves in this February month. This is the month of love, so put out that love energy. Those of you looking to create love, manifest love, and be love. This is the love energy. We're going to be talking about love throughout the month. But tonight, we're going to open up and we're going to get some divine guidance. Do you ever feel that you need to know divinely what to do next, and you're looking for that feeling, that prompting, that intuition to come over you? Well, tonight, we're going to seek that guidance. And you may ask, but Sarah, how do I find divine guidance? How do I align with that inner knowing, that sense of, I have peace, I know I'm making the right decision? The greatest way we can align is to observe nature, see how nature flows, and do our best to emulate the flow of nature, to go with the flow and to be in the stillness. When the bird sits on a branch and the branch begins to move from the wind, it doesn't panic. It just holds on and goes with the harmony of the wind as the bird begins to sway along with the branch of the tree. And earlier I was talking to someone and I said to them, why is it that every time something around us changes, we get nervous, especially if it's something we're not anticipating? Why is it that change makes humans nervous? Now, we have been through some great changes over the past few years, and, well, let's look back 10, 20, 30, 40 years. There's always been changes. Some just seem to hit a little closer to home, or the changes are a little more uncomfortable at times. But change is part of nature. Change is part of life. When you're born, you grow, you change, you evolve. We are all evolving. And when the tree is there in all of its glory, in its beauty, and the winter chill begins to come, and the leaves begin to turn, and then the leaf falls off, the tree doesn't bend down and panic and wither away because the leaf has fallen off. The tree stands strong. It braves the cold winter. It holds its position and its firmness, and it rides through the uncomfortable period, and it hibernates in the stillness of a cold winter's night, awaiting for the warmth to come to rebirth the leaves and regenerate its youth. And essentially, we as humans, we have that opportunity to sit, to be still, to rebirth ourselves in the process of life and through change. Every night when you lay your head upon your pillow, there's this magnificent opportunity to heal yourself, to align yourself with your guides and angels, for your spirit to soar to a new height, and to interact with other souls that you've met. In the dream state, we are being prepared, we are learning, we are growing, we are working with our guides, our angels, we are reuniting with our loved ones from the other side, and we are also ironing out entanglements of people from the past. So many times when I sit with people, Spirit makes me aware of unusual dream patterns and busy dreams and dreams that are old people that are no longer in our life. So gosh, why are we dreaming about them? Because the soul, the energy, the spirit, the emotions that are bottled up inside, they so need to release the emotions and whatever disharmony and discord are attached to those experiences, or whatever loss or mourning, or whatever longing to see them again, to be with them. Have you ever had a dream of a long-lost boyfriend or girlfriend? Maybe the one who got away? Have you ever had that dream and just felt so real to be back with them for just a moment? Or what about that ex? You know, that ex that was just horrific. and the experience was just so tumultuous and maybe karmic and uncomfortable and created a break in your life, in that time that you couldn't release that energy, then you finally break free. And now here we are dreaming of that experience. The body is purging, the emotions are purging, and on a soul level, yes, you're still connecting with them in some way so that you can release what binds the two of you together of a karmic entanglement. We are all connected, and our work is not done when we close our eyes. And when we sleep, our body has an opportunity to rest, to hibernate like the tree on a cold winter's night. And for those of us in South Florida, we had a couple of cold winter nights. And for our friends all across the nation, most of the nation, you're in that cold weather. It makes you want to snuggle and relax and hold in your energy and not brave the cold, as invigorating as it may be. It's your moment of stillness. Stillness is when you hear the whisper of God. Stillness is when you can feel what feels right. But how many of you create new ideas and decisions on the fly, and you're running from thing to thing, and perhaps you don't have the time to really allow it to percolate and create the best outcome? Or maybe you rush to make a decision because something around you has changed, and now you feel that you are forced. Landlord says, hey, we're raising the rent, so you feel forced to go out and get a new apartment, a new place to live. And so in your rush and your fear and your need to say, I need to make sure that I'm covered and that I am not without a home, you rush off and you create a new spot out of fear, out of being pushed, as opposed to allowing yourself to create and bring the perfect spot. Now, I know you'll say to me, but Sarah, inventory is small. Prices are high. The odds of my finding the perfect spot, they're not in my favor. Well, then the odds are not in your favor if you feel that way. It's in this divine guidance that you will land at the perfect place that wasn't available. Nobody really knew it was for rent, but you happen to show up at a building or a complex or a development, and you hear on the inside track before it's advertised, something's available, and you submit your paper, and somehow you get in, and everything moves forward. We have to trust these processes. We have to believe that something greater is working in our favor at all times. And when you're with the divine and you are seeking that guidance, there's a stillness that comes over the entire body. The breathing changes. There's a sense of oneness, completion. There's a sense of peace. And the breathing rhythm begins to change. And you begin to become aware of the sounds in the silence that you've never heard before. Because in the silence, in the stillness, you can hear the crackle of the air. You can hear the brushing of something outside you never noticed before. And you can hear your own breath in the stillness of the room. These things align you to divine guidance. They prepare you for receiving the messages that are for you and only for you. And as a co-creator in the vibration of love, in the vibration of a powerful energy that fuels an entire universe, you are one at all times. And you have available to you all the tools necessary to create the life you want. So where does this disconnect come from? How do we feel separate from God, separate from the divine, separate from the Creator? However you refer to the great oneness. Well, it's in the distraction of the world. It's in the need to control, the need to prevent change, unless it's directed by us. And directed by us in the way that makes us feel good. And often that is driven by our ego, our personality, our need to be shown out into the world so the world sees us as we'd like them to see us. It's a journey. And so how do we separate ourselves from those external feelings, those very well-meaning experiences of wanting to be maybe in the public eye or noticed or wanting success. There's nothing wrong with wanting these things and choosing to be recognized, stepping into your power, being accomplished, becoming educated, creating a business, a corporation, creating a community, whatever you choose to do. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to do these things. These are the birthrights that you have brought into this life that are here for your creation. But it's where it comes from within. It's the development of the intention and what is the motivating factor, the force of energy that's fueling you. These are the things that determine whether the outcome is birthed in ego and personality and all the things that are for show, or birthed in humility and the desire to be the best human being of service and accomplish great things and have a legacy that has made a difference in the world, that your energy, your presence on earth will be felt, even if it's the simplest of ripple, like a stone thrown into a river. That ripple goes beyond ways that you cannot ever see. How do you choose to create, and what guidance do you seek from the divine? And where are you on the journey? What do you need to let go of in this journey? Many of us let go of many things, many experiences we had to change based on external world conditions. So we've made adjustments, right? You put on your big girl boots and you went off, you put on your big boy pants and you went out into the world and you said, okay, I'm going to cope, I'm going to deal, I'm going to be able to accomplish what I want. But I have to look at it differently. And it took a while for us to get used to that. So now that we're in this flow of realizing that things don't feel the same, they don't look the same. So we need to change how we play the game of life, how we interpret the experiences, and how we show up in life. We want these past 2 years of stillness and separation to be worth something. We want them to have shown us that you alone, just you, make a difference. And you alone, just you, are worthy. And you alone, just you, are powerful. And that when you show up, if you show up in a place of authenticity and integrity and joy and harmony and love, and you show up in your personal courageous power, and some of us have been superpowered through these past few years. And if you show up knowing that somehow things work out, even if you don't understand all of the nuances and ways that that can happen, you still believe, and you have trust, and you have earned that connection by being still, you'll emerge to great, great things in your life. And when we let go of how we believe it should be and we allow it to unfold in the greatest of divine unfoldments, this is when we know we are truly in tune with something bigger and greater, because things show up for you. Even your dreams or your prayers or your wishes of years gone by may pop up and manifest right before you when you least expect it. Something you talked about years ago that you wanted to do or accomplish may come full circle. So here we are. We've closed 2021. We are in the second month already of 2022. On the February 2nd day of powerful 2-2 alignment of divinity energy, in the onset of the Chinese New Year, in the power of a new moon and new beginnings. So do you choose? Do you choose to feel invigorated? Choose to feel that you want to be aligned in this energy of divinity? Or do you still want to hang on to your old ways? And how has that been working for you? Are you ready to step in? Step in with the power of love, fueling everything that you desire, everything you choose to create, not reactiveness or fear or knee-jerk reaction based on what you've created thus far and now is being broken or segmented because things are changing and it can't stay the way you imagined it would be. So are you just reacting to that? Or are you just in an observatory pattern, seeing it unfold around you, recognizing change, choosing not to feel fearful, knowing that there's a bigger plan ahead. And then are you sitting in your stillness? Angels, we're going to reach up to the heavens and see who's there for us. We're going to get the guidance that we need because we are powerful beings. We are never alone. And together we can create.